Welcome. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Nikki. Thank you for joining me today. So we've got a short and sweet, about 20-minute flow, which is just going to work on releasing tension from the body, as well as releasing those kind of negative, judgmental thoughts from the mind. So it's going to be a really, really nice one. Going to work through some really juicy postures, so feel free to take your time to get nice and comfortable in your space. Maybe put a few candles on, put a playlist on even, and then come onto your mat and we'll get started. So finding your way into child's pose, which is where we're going to start the practice today. So knees are about slightly wider than hip distance apart. Hips sinking back towards the heels, forehead gently resting on the mat. When you arrive, just close off the eyes. Bring your awareness to where every single part of the body meets the mat beneath you. So that beautiful support of the ground, the earth, holding you as you rest here. Starting to feel a nice stretch in the spine, as well as the hips. And just starting our practice from this place of stillness, just releasing any of those external thoughts. And they will enter your mind. It's perfectly natural for those thoughts to come in. They do, just acknowledge them and release. Find your way back to this moment. Find your way back to your beautiful breath. That gentle inhale and exhale. Start to release any judgments of what this practice will hold. Start to release those judgments about yourself and your body. Bring your full attention to your breath, just for a little bit longer, observing that beautiful inhale and exhale. Two more deep breaths, in through the nose, out through the nose. Last one, inhaling fully, exhaling to release. Just start to wiggle the hips from side to side now, so staying in our child's pose. We're gently rocking the hips left to right, creating a little bit of energy, bringing a little bit of movement into the practice. Then find stillness and nice and gently start to push forwards, coming all the way into a tabletop position. So separate the toes, knees are hip distance apart, wrists underneath the shoulders. So starting from a nice strong tabletop position, we're drawing our navel in towards our spine. So activating those core muscles. And then take a big inhale at center. And exhale, banana the spine, so bumping the hips to the right. Shift your gaze over to the left toes. So feeling a stretch down the right side of the body. Inhale, we find our way back to center. And exhale, gently stretching to the right, so feeling that stretch on the left side. Good. Inhaling to center, do one more each way. So exhale, gazing to the left. Inhale to find neutral, and exhale to gaze to the right. Perfect. Inhale brings you back to neutral. We're going to make circles with the spine now. So we're going to drop the belly in, lift the gaze as you inhale, and then exhale to round all the way, head tucks under, and make a big circle to come back to our chest lift. So we're doing 3 to the left, moving in your own time with your own breath. And then 3 to the right, so just reverse the circles. And again, maybe you're thinking, that's not for me, my body isn't capable of that. Doesn't matter, just move in a way that feels good for you. Perfect, find your way back to that neutral tabletop position. I'm going to point our right toes up towards the sky. So make sure everything stays nice and strong in the rest of your tabletop. We're going to isolate the movement in the hips here. So we're going to bring the right knee all the way out to this side, and then bring the knee in towards the chest, and then toes point up towards the sky again. So basically making 3 big circles with the hips one way. So for 2, again, keep that core nice and strong. For 3, good. Then reversing the circle, so knee draws in to start with, then comes out, and all the way up. Good. 2 more. So moving clockwise now. Perfect. Then keep the leg lifting. We're going to extend the toes out long. So extend the leg out long behind you. Keep it in line with the spine. And again, start to draw that navel in. Notice if you naturally start to arch here. And then left arm reaches out in front and we find balance. So soft gaze down towards the ground. Good. And then maybe we're going to start to lift that back leg a little bit higher. Reach our left arm a little bit higher. Gaze upwards. So we're just feeling more of an opening in the front of the body here. And maybe you're going to stay here. Or maybe you're going to reach around with the left hand to grab the outside edge of the right foot and kick the foot into the hand to open a little bit more through the chest. Good. Wherever you are, 2 more beautiful breaths. Good. 1 more breath. And gently release everything back to a neutral tabletop position. Amazing. Going to the other side now. So check your alignment first, and then left toes point up towards the sky. Good. Keeping everything else nice and still. Knee comes out to the side, all the way round into the chest, and then back up. Good. So 2 more. Going clockwise. Perfect. Then reversing it to anti-clockwise. So knee comes in, out, and around. Good. Last one. Good. Extend the left leg out long now. Leg is in line with the spine. Right arm lifts off the mat. Soft gaze downwards still. Nice strong balancing posture. Really strong in the core muscles here. Beautiful. Then lifting the right arm a little bit higher. Reaching the left leg a little bit higher. Finding more of an opening in the front of the body. And then either staying here or reaching round to grab the outside edge of the left foot with the right hand and keeping the foot in towards the hand. Find a little bit more lift. Perfect. Just 1 more breath. And then we gently release. Find our way all the way back to the centre. Walk the hands back towards the knees, so sit back on the heels. Take a big inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky. And exhale, bring left hand to the outside of the right knee, right hand behind you. Find length in the spine as you gently twist to the right. Good, 1 more breath. And then inhale, arms reach all the way up, stretching the fingertips. And exhale, right hand comes to outside the left knee, left hand behind, gentle twist to the left. Good, 1 more breath. Inhale, arms reach all the way up to centre. And exhale, we lift the hips, come all the way forwards, back to our tabletop position. We're going to tuck our toes under, peel the tailbone up, and then find downward facing dog. So finding your variation of downward facing dog. Now the hips are lifted, spine is long. And your heels can be lifted from the mat, they don't have to be flat, and your knees can be bent. So find your variation of the posture. Breathe here. For one more breath. And then we're going to step our right foot in between our palms, so get there however you need to. Try and make it nice and slow and controlled. Then drop on the left knee. Keep the toes tucked under. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, bring the hands through heart center and hook left elbow over right knee. Take a twist to the right. So aiming to get our hands as close to heart center as we can in this beautiful twist. And then either staying here with the knee down or lifting off the back knee to come into a high lunge version. Good, one more breath. And then start to release the bind and inhale, reach the arms all the way up. So we'll all meet in a high lunge now. Get there however you need to. And then bring the arms all the way back behind you. Making 3 big circles with the arms. Bring them forwards, up and back for 2. Last one, all the way up and behind you for 3. Good, bring them all the way up as you inhale. We're going to use our exhale to turn the back foot in line with the short edge of the mat. And then we're going to bring our right arm to our right leg. Reach our left arm all the way overhead to find our side angle pose. Good, so we're opening through the hips here as well as feeling a nice stretch in the left side of the body. Try not to just kind of hang out here, press up with your weight in the right leg. Try to find a little bit of a lift. Good, one more breath. And then left arm reaches up towards the sky. And as we straighten our right leg, we're going to drop our right hand down towards the ground, finding our way into Trikonasana triangle pose. So right hand doesn't have to touch the ground, you can be lifted up here, wherever feels good for you. Feeling a nice stretch in that right hamstring, left inner thigh, side body, beautiful full body posture this one. Shift your gaze towards the top fingertips if that's comfortable. And breathe here for one more full breath. Good. Bend through that front knee and find a little bit of a lift. Then plant the palms either side of the front foot. We're going to take a big step back with the right leg to come all the way into a 3-legged dog. So right leg reaches up, left foot is down, hips are lifted. Beautiful. Then we're going to bend through the knee and start to open up the hip. So hip is open towards the right side. We're aiming to stack right knee over the top of right hip joint. Good, so should be feeling a really nice stretch in the right hip flexor, maybe a bit into the quad as well. Good, take an inhale here. And then as you exhale, we're going to slowly with control step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Coming into our lizard lunge. Left hand remains planted, right arm reaches up, take an easy twist to the right. And then place your right hand just behind your head. Take an inhale, open through the elbow. And as you exhale, we're going to try and tap right elbow inside the right foot as close to the ground as you can get it, just wherever's good for you. Inhale, we lift and open. Exhale, elbow comes to the ground. Good, just one more. Inhale, open. Exhale, close it up. Good. Inhale, open, reach the right arm up. And exhale, place the right hand back on the mat, come to your neutral lizard lunge. So from here, we're just going to drop onto our back knee. Still staying active here, so make sure those glutes are switched on. Nice strong posture. And if you're in a more open body and want to come down onto your forearms, you can do. As always, just working with your limitations, doing what's good for you today. Good, one more breath. Then when your forearms start to work your way back onto your hands. We're going to push through the back knee and drag the right knee all the way back to come into a tabletop position. Good, so again checking our alignment here, hips over knees. And then start to walk the hands forwards, drop the chest down towards the mat, hips remain stacked. And either chin or forehead Rest on the mat in our puppy pose. Beautiful. Take 2 full breaths in through the nose, out through the nose. And one more beautiful breath in, releasing breath out. Good. Gently start to lift the chest, walk the hands all the way back in underneath the shoulders. And then tuck the toes under, peel the tailbone up towards the sky. Find your way back to your downward facing dog. Good, just one breath in your down dog. If you want to take movement here, feel free. Then we're going to step our right foot in between our palms, however you need to, lowering on the right knee. Inhale, arms reach up. Beautiful low lunge, squeezing the thighs towards each other. Exhale, hands come through heart center. Right arm hooks round the left leg. Then we take a gentle twist to the left. Good, breathing here. And then either staying here or lifting off the back knee into our high lunge version. Good, one more breath. And then we're slowly going to release the bind. Inhale, reach the arms up. So we'll all meet in a high lunge. Find your way there, whoever you need to. And then we're going to bring the arms behind for those 3 big circles. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, they come behind. And just one more time. Inhale. Exhale, feel that beautiful opening in the shoulder joint. Good. Inhale, arms reach up. Then as we exhale, we're going to turn our right foot so it's in line with the short edge of the mat. Bring our left arm to our left leg, right arm overhead, into our side angle pose. Really stretching through the fingertips, so trying to find a nice straight line all the way down the right side of the body. Again, glutes are switched on, you can give them a little bit of a poke, just to check that they're firing. Good, one more breath. And then right arm reaches up towards the sky. As we start to straighten our left leg, left hand drops down towards the mat. We find Trikonasana triangle pose. Maybe gazing towards the right fingertips. Good, taking 2 more full breaths. Enjoying this juicy stretch. Good, find a little bit of a lift and start to bend through the front knee. Plant the palms either side of the front foot. So coming into this lunge variation. Then we're going to step that left foot all the way back and up, coming into our 3-legged dog on the left side. So left leg is lifted, hips are square. And then bending through the knee, we're going to open the hip out to the left side. So toes point over to the right, aiming to stack knee over hip joint. Getting some opening in that hip flexor. One more breath. Good, then slowly with control we're going to step that left foot all the way to the outside of the left hand. Good, finding our lizard lunge. Right hand stays down, left arm reaches up, gentle twist to the left. Good, then bringing our left hand behind our head, opening through the elbow, inhale. Exhale to tap that left elbow on the ground or as close to the ground as is good for you. Inhale, we open. Exhale, we crunch. Good, just one more. Good, exhale, elbow to ground. Inhale, open, reach left arm up. And exhale, bringing the left hand back down to the mat in your lunge. And gently start to lower the right knee down to the mat and breathe into this posture. So as always, we're never kind of just sinking into our full range. We're always finding a little bit of a lift through activation of those key muscles. If you want to come down to your forearms, if you have more openness in your body, you can do. Find your breath here. Find that continuous movement of energy in and out. Good, one more breath. And then gently starting to push back up if you're on your forearms. Bump the hips back and gently bring the right knee to meet the left in a tabletop position. This time bringing big toes together behind you, sink the hips back, come into your child's pose. Just like we did at the start of the practice, forehead rests. Only here for a second, take 2 full breaths. Maybe you can feel your belly moving against your knees with every inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Gently start, excuse me, I'm losing my voice. Gently start to walk the hands back in towards the knees. Swing the feet round, come to a seated position. Soles of the feet come onto the mat, about hip distance apart. And then hands come behind you, fingertips facing forwards if that's comfortable. Then as we inhale, we're just going to start to lift the chest, find an extension in the thoracic spine. And find an opening in the front of the body, maybe gazing upwards slightly. And then either staying here, or if you want a little bit more heat, we're going to press into our feet, lift our hips all the way up into a reverse tabletop position. Good, so really squeeze the glutes as you rise, keep some integrity in the neck here, so not kind of just dropping it all the way back. Really squeeze the glutes to find that lift. Good, wherever you are, 2 more breaths. Beautiful, big inhale. And exhale, we'll all arrive back to seated. Good, start to lift the chest. Start to extend the left leg out long. Hook the right leg over the top of the left, so sole of the right foot is on the ground. And then right hand comes behind. Take a big inhale as you reach our left arm all the way up and around as you exhale, hooking it to the outside edge of the right hand, taking a gentle twist to the right. If it's too much for you to hook it all the way around, you can just give yourself a nice little hug. So whatever's good for you. Good, one more breath. And then gently releasing, come back to center. So from here, we're going to stack our right knee over the top of our left knee. So coming into this position, half shoelace, half cow face, where our knees are stacked. So maybe this is enough for you, maybe you're feeling enough as a stretch as you are here. So you can stay here, or you can swing your left foot round. So both feet are to the outside edges of the hips. I'm just going to turn to face you here. So take a second to notice what this position feels like, to find your alignment. And again, maybe this is enough, or maybe you want to inhale, lengthen through the spine. And exhale to gently come forwards into your fold, just to intensify the stretch a little bit more. Good, 2 more breaths. Think about closing off the eyes. And then gently start to lift the chest as you inhale. So if you've got the left leg round, just extend it out long first, and then the right. Good, so coming back to our Dandasana. Bending through the left leg now, placing the sole of the left foot on the ground, over the other side of the right leg. Left hand comes behind, we inhale to reach all the way up and round. And as you exhale, find the hook or the hug to come into your twist. Good, so try not to, again, collapse into the posture. Always maintain that length, always keeping the right toes flexed. So strong, active stretch. Good, 1 more breath. And then gently releasing back to center, stacking left knee over the top of the right now, and finding your variation of cow face, so either with the right leg still extended or swinging it round, so feet at either side of the hips. Find your variation of the posture, maybe staying here or maybe inhaling to lengthen and exhaling to fold, to feel a little bit more. This one should feel super yummy for your glutes and OT band. Good, just one more breath. And then inhale, start to lift. Swing the right leg out long first, then the left, and find your way to a lying position on the mat with the knees hanging in towards the chest. So find your way there however you need to. Give yourself a nice big squeeze. And then keeping the feet touching one another, bring the soles of the feet to the mat. And let the knees drop out to the side. So coming into our Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined butterfly pose. Just going to rest our hands on our belly here. Close off the eyes. We're going to end our short practice in this posture. So feel that connection with your hands and your belly. Maybe finding a gentle smile. Taking these last few moments of release. Maybe taking a quick full body scan as you lie here. To notice if there's any parts of the body that still feel a little bit tight, stiff. Maybe painful even. And if there are, just use your beautiful breath, this loving inhale and exhale, to send kindness and energy to those places. With every breath, just trying to release even more. Just a couple more moments here, enjoying the stillness, enjoying the release from that constant mental chatter. Enjoying being in this moment and nowhere else. And as always, if you have longer today, I encourage you to hit pause and stay in this final relaxation as long as it's good for you. Or if you're ready to end your practice, just gently bring your hands to the outside of your legs, your thighs, and bring the knees all the way back together. Hug them in towards the chest. For one final act of self-love, giving yourself a nice big hug, sending those kind, loving, compassionate thoughts to yourself. And then gently starting to work your way back to a seated posture with the eyes remaining softly closed. Bring the hands into prayer position at the chest when you arrive. Take a big inhale through the nose. Exhale, release everything through the mouth. And if you'd like to, gently bow the chest down towards the ground in front of you. And as you lift all the way back up, opening up the eyes. Namaste. Thank you so much. I really hope you enjoyed that short flow. Hope you feel nice and stretched out and that you've released a little bit of tension or negativity from the body. If you enjoyed the practice, please do like, comment and subscribe, and I hope to see you next time on my channel.